Welcome to the Freeman High School Virtual Learning Commons. This is a virtual tour of the website. So here we are on the home page, and right here at the top we have an image carousel that shows different images from around the school. And as the school year progresses, you can add announcements and other pictures captured at events, anything book related either. And right here next to it we have our school calendar, and will be updated as more events are added. If we scroll down a little bit, here you can search our catalog and our OPAC. So this would be available outside of school hours for our digital content and during the summer break as well. And then over here we would have a link to our tech support, which would help students and teachers that need troubleshooting and anything beyond just turning something off and turning it back on again. Down here is our login space for students, teachers, and parents to log into the Learning Commons and access the student dashboard and other portals like that. And this is just a little bit of advertisement to check out the library on different social media apps. And at the bottom of every single page we have the contact information for the library, so name, phone number, email, and the physical address of the library. And then of course this is a fictitious school, so up here, let's go to our reading culture page. So we want to support reading in school and promote books. That's what libraries are there for. So this main page for reading culture, we would put book picks by either teacher book pick and student book pick, and kind of a brief synopsis of these books and why they were chosen by the person. Then we have these buttons, or you can go to the drop-down menu to go to our book club. So this is the student-run book club. So we give brief description of time and place and how kind of the book club takes place. And each of our book club picks, past, present, and future. And then let's go to our writers forum. So this is a space for collaboration for students where they can use Google Docs to ask questions, look for feedback, and kind of talk about writing and all that kind of stuff. This is where we'll feature a story of the month by student submissions, so students can read them. Here's our help for this would list writing tips gathered from teachers and visiting authors, and the place where students would actually submit their stories to be featured on the website. And then down here at the bottom is a promotion from the library that's doing a contest for micro story writing. And then it gives the details of how the submission should be composed and what the guidelines are for choosing the winner that would get prizes. And as we know what the prizes are, we would update that. Let's go to our Knowledge Building Center. All right, this is the place for teachers, students, and parents, and it helps with reaching all of our standards and goals for the school so they can interact. So let's look at teachers first. So we have pages broken up based on subject for teachers. Right now it's just the main components, but classes like civics and economics that maybe don't fit into specific categories, we would have to figure out how and where to add those in later. Let's go to the student page. It looks just like the teacher page, also broken up by subject. And when you go into the subject, it's broken out by grade level. So we're going to look at 9th grade English because they have a project doing dueling podcasts. So here's where they can collaborate on this project, or other classes can use it too. So we would recommend them using Flipgrid to use to collaborate with their partners outside of school hours. And then this is where the podcast would actually be uploaded and archived for students to view or listen to, and anybody in the school, but specifically that class. And then the parents page offers access to the parent portal where they can get updates. And then also parent technology resources, because we want to promote digital citizenship through the school. We go Experimental Learning Center. This is mostly for teachers, and a list of learning resources, and then different resources that have been gathered by the librarian, tech tools from ASL, Oklahoma Academic Standards, of course, Common Sense Education here. So this can be updated and added to quite easily. If we go over to school culture, this is the place to highlight what our school is doing and really showcase what our students are doing specifically. So it's kind of works a little bit more like a like a newspaper website. So we've got like articles where you can read more, new coach, learn about them, also updates, summer band camps going on or when baseball tryouts are. But also as, we have concerts and musicals or art shows or other sporting events, those will all be highlighted. And then there's a place for students to submit their pictures or videos from these events, or if they would like to do the actual writing to cover these events, they can also submit ideas or publications for this, because we really want this to be really student-centered. And then we go to our virtual makerspace, which is just an enhancement of the makerspace we have in the library. So this is a place to learn new skills outside of, school hours, or maybe they're a little too nervous to do it in front of other people. They can try it out at home. So right now we have featured a crochet for beginners tutorial from YouTube, as well as a learning to code also for beginners. And for each of these, we also highlight the things that the library has to offer. So you can check out crochet hooks, yarn, or project books to further your learning of crocheting, or you can find books that go more in depth with coding language and applications and how they can use that in the real world. And then finally down here at the bottom, we ask for donations for our makerspace to support STEM in the library. I know a lot of makerspaces have to have donations to stay within budget, and this is just a real easy way for our community to support our library by giving us things that maybe they don't need and they don't know what to use for. Well, we can probably find a use for them. So thanks for visiting.